Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was a bit of a test for me. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You may remember a few months ago we did 3 ways to impress your friends. If you've not seen that, part 1, just click around here and that'll take you through to that. But this is part 2 of 3 different skills to impress your friends. So let's get on with it. So the first move of part 2 is called the drag back slam, and it looks a bit like this. The drag back slam, this move, it looks quite good. It's not that hard though once you know the steps on how to do it. So let me break it down. So you want to get used to, before doing this, I would actually try and master the move where you flick it up, a roll, scoop. Maybe we could do a tutorial for that in the future. But you want to get used to rolling the ball from one side to the other. I predominantly use my right foot. So I'm going to roll it actually from my right foot to my left foot, and then the slam bit, which is on the knee or more the shin, is back to your right foot. So the first step is getting used to that, where you're hitting it against the inside of this foot. So you roll across, but rather than just drag it there, you're actually going to come across with this foot. That just gives you a bit more power on the ball. So you're going to go there and then into there, just to get used to that motion. So 1 foot here, 1 foot here, and it goes there. So that's kind of like the first 2 steps in one, the positioning of the foot and the roll. Now what we want to do is position the foot. This is the final part to make the trick work. Once the foot's there, once it's come up, as soon as it comes up there, you're going to hit it down with your shin, which is going to bring the ball up. So it goes like this and then down. So that will happen. Obviously it can go different ways when you're getting used to it. So it goes there and then back there. That will also happen as well. Mistakes are good. One more time. So check your positioning, sole of your foot against this foot. As soon as it hits his foot, straight down with the knee. So position, sole, across, down, and then the ball is up into the air. Bring on number 2. Trick number 2, this is one of my favorite moves, one of the first things I learned in freestyle. It's called the Ronaldinho scoop. Why? Because Ronaldinho made it famous. It's such a cool move. This is what it looks like. So there we go, that's the Ronaldinho scoop. Very stylish move to learn. So let's get down to it. So the first thing you want to be able to do is balance the ball on both of your feet. So you're going to start with 1 foot, scoop around with the opposite foot. I personally balance it on my left foot, and then I grab it with my right foot, because I know my right foot has got better balance to bring it up, but that's up to you. You can decide. So before you do it, I would ditch the ball and just get used to doing this kind of motion. So initially it'll feel weird because you'll start to like move back, because if you put your foot down, the ball's obviously going to roll forward. You've got to ankle your foot to the ground like this. So your ankle or your heel is glued to the ground, and then you're going to scoop up like this. So once you get used to that, remember going across and then scooping, you're going to bring the ball into play. So you might make a few mistakes at the beginning, but I would just throw yourself into it and try and catch the ball. So number 1, obviously catching the ball on this foot, and then 2, up and controlling it into the air like that. So it starts on 1 foot, get used to that, maybe use your hands, that's a good tip, and then once you're comfortable that the ball is on there, you're just going to scoop all the way up into your freestyle routine. Get out and give it a practice. It's quite hard. When you get it, it looks super smooth, and of course it will impress your friends. Okay, that brings us on to our 3rd and final move for this episode. It's called the reverse toe bounce. This is what it looks like. Oh! So there we go. This is the reverse toe bounce. Quite a tricky one. You need your foot placement to be perfect for this, but with a few steps put together, you'll have it in no time. So the first bit is obviously the way you bounce it. You may have seen the tutorial we did for the toe bounce 360. We'll maybe put it at the end of this video so you can learn that as well. Just the same technique. As the ball comes down, rather than the foot being flat, you want to get your toe up a little bit, which bounces it. So as it comes down, I'm just going to bounce it like that. So as it comes down, you're just going to bounce it. So maybe just get used to doing this bouncing it off your toe. So like with the other trick where we had our ankle locked to the ground, you don't need to be that extreme because it would go this way, but just maybe about here as the ball bounces. So once you've got the gist of that and understand how that works, we can start to put what we call a reverse kind of motion in there. So I'm going to be doing the bounce with my left toe, which means I'm going to step to the outside with my right foot. Let me show you again. So as you're kicking the ball in the air like this is what happens. So your last touch is with the same foot that makes the bounce. So it goes 1. As the ball's dropping, your foot comes over to the outside. Remember, not the inside, outside towards your ears. As the ball comes in here, you're making contact straight through and back up into the air. To begin with, you'll find it difficult, and this might happen. You might go over and miss the ball completely. That's normal. Or you might do this and it goes out to the side. That is totally normal as well. The main thing about getting this, aside from getting the bounce, is the positioning of your feet is so important, and also your first touch. Because if you kick it really high, it's going to be so much harder to get all that in one go. So keep your touch before the trick maybe about waist height. So put all those things together, keep watching it over and over again. It's hard for me to describe it here while I'm talking. It's better for you to just rewind this video, go back 30 seconds, go back a minute, watch the trick over and over again. But more important than watching it, get out and practice. Oh my word, guys, I'm so sorry. We were just about to get to the final part of that last trick, and we got two crazy guys just decided to drive straight through our shot with the loudest bikes in the world. So I don't know how that was, weird, very weird. I do apologize. Anyway, the reverse toe bounce, I'm losing my mind out here. Go through all that. I think I was trying to explain to you, go through the video, watch it over and over again. When I was learning freestyle, I would just watch tricks over and over again. And then the most important thing is to get out and practice them. Don't worry if the ball goes out to the side, that is normal. Remember, with that last one, the touch about waist height, perfect touch here, and then you'll get it eventually. So that is the end of our 3 moves to impress your friends part 2. If you want a part 3, drop us a like, leave us a comment, let us know maybe some of the tricks that you want to see. I've got a few ideas, and also while I'm on, I'm currently doing a 100-day challenge on Instagram where I'm trying to create 100 different moves, one every single day. So if you've not seen that, check out my Instagram where you can see new moves like this every single day, and hopefully we'll be back on the channel very soon with a part 3. See you in a bit, guys.